Woman kidnapped outside pub then raped by fake taxi drivers. Two rapists who treated their young victim like a piece of meat in a horrific attack in a car have been jailed for 20 years. Dusza, 27, and Sebastian Folt, 24, kidnapped the woman outside a pub and led her to believe they were taxi drivers. A court heard she got into the car and was driven to a secluded spot where she was raped. Dusza and Folt then dumped her out the vehicle and drove off. But the jury at Northampton Crown Court yesterday returned a unanimous guilty verdict and they were each jailed for 10 years. Sentencing the men, Judge Tredgles Davy said, "This jury has seen through your lies. She was extremely intoxicated and was incapable of consenting or resisting. You treated her like a piece of meat. Your behavior was disgraceful. She has been traumatized by this incident. I have no doubt you were waiting outside that pub looking for girls. This can only be met with an immediate prison sentence." The court heard Dusza and Folt were parked outside the Charles Bradlaugh pub in central Northampton in October last year and told the drunk victim they were taxi drivers. She got in the car and had asked for a lift home. But she was raped and chucked out the car, and left without a phone, shoes and money. The jury heard how she spent the next 5 hours huddled on a doorstep shocked, ashamed and alone before she asked a stranger for help. She was able to call a taxi and the driver took her to her home free of charge. Detectives scoured through hundreds of hours of CCTV footage before tracking down the suspects who were captured on camera driving the victim around town. Dusza and Folt, both from Northampton, denied kidnap and rape. Speaking after the case, Detective Sergeant Johnny Campbell, of Northamptonshire Police, said, "This was a horrific attack on a vulnerable young woman and I am delighted that justice has been served and a guilty verdict returned." Heathrow Airport third runway gets green light from government. Family forced out of tin house covered in Foster's cans after court battle. Man takes world's most inappropriate selfie with woman hit by train. Folt and Dusza conned the woman into believing their vehicle was a taxi that would deliver her safely home after a night out with friends. The two men drove away and subjected her to a violent sexual attack, before telling her to get out of the car and leaving her abandoned in another part of town. I would like to thank the victim in this case, who has shown a great deal of courage throughout the investigation and trial. Nearly 50 rape cases went ahead despite evidence being withheld. Sweet shop worker rapes and kills boss's 4-year-old daughter then goes back to work.